With WWE accused and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Mentioning potential challengers for her women's US title at SummerSlam, ZELINA VEGA told WESH2 News, "I know the match I'd like to have. I don't know what's going to happen, obviously, but I do know that I want to be walking in with this title and walking out with it. If Chelsea Green really wants to mix it up again, I'm fine with that. I love wrestling Piper Niven, so you can do something like that or even give people a chance like a Mia Yim. Give Michin a chance too. Her and I go back to wrestling on the indies together, and so to have a little bit of a tiebreaker moment would be really cool." Addressing what is next following her departure from WWE, KAYDEN Carter said this on Instagram.
So, I know I've been gone for a while, but I needed some time for myself to really think about some things. And I first want to start off by saying thank you to everyone who reached out to me. Thank you to everyone who showed love, who had our backs, and who was rooting for us. It really meant the world, and I really felt loved by you guys. So I really appreciate that. You know, things happen in life that we can't control, and you can only find ways to move forward. And you know what? That's what we're doing here. We're moving forward. And with that being said, I just want to tell you guys that I'm going to continue my journey on making content. I hope I can continue to entertain you guys with my funny skits, my food reviews, and anything that has to do with my life, because I always love sharing that with you guys. So I hope that you guys can continue to follow me on my journey to see where this whole adventure takes us next. So here's to new beginnings, guys.
Speaking about the recent heel turn of Becky Lynch in WWE, Stevie Richards noted on his YouTube channel, "Well, her heel character to me is not as good as her babyface character, because even though the saying is, or at least the comparison is, that it's much easier to be hated than loved, her and CENA are the opposite. People just like them no matter what. Even though CENA gets the dual chance of you suck and let's go CENA, Becky doesn't even have a 50-50 reaction right now. She's mostly still getting cheered to some degree, or at least people are watching. But there's also apathy, like the crowd doesn't know how to react to her, and that's not a good thing. It's negative. I feel like with CENA and Becky, you can tell they're acting like heels. They're playing the role. I'm mean. I don't care about you. I care about me. You made me do this. You don't know me. Remember that line? You don't know me, but there's no truth in it now. And also, you can't come on TV and talk in the past about becoming a mother, the most babyface thing you can be, and then come back and try to be a heel again. It's like she's entering dangerous Paul Orndorff territory. Babyface, heel, babyface, heel. At some point, the audience stops caring either way, and that's the worst place to be. That's where she has to be careful. She's not getting the other girl over either. The friend, Lyra Valkyria, she's not helping her. The girl looks green in the ring with her, can't hang on the mic, doesn't hit her with anything real. It's flat. The turn's been dead on arrival." Back in December, Dave Meltzer claimed that Matt Cardona was offered an AEW contract. As Cardona responded to this, telling Chris Van Vliet, "Again, I don't know. Dave Meltzer reported that I got offered a contract, but I did not, so I don't know what happened." Revealing that he was going to work with El Grande Americano, former WCW star Konnan noted on his K100 podcast, "I don't know what I was going to do, but I was supposed to be part of it. I hardly doubt that's what they would have used me for, but go ahead." Providing details on the funeral service for the late Steve-O Mongo McMichael, Ringside News wrote that Steve Mongo McMichael was laid to rest in a private service on Thursday, May 15, 2025 in Chicago. The emotional farewell was reported by WGN, who confirmed that close family and friends gathered to honor the life and legacy of the NFL and WCW legend following his passing from complications related to ALS. McMichael's impact on the sports and wrestling worlds was undeniable. A cornerstone of the 1985 Chicago Bears Super Bowl winning team, McMichael's tough-as-nails reputation earned him a spot in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2024. In the wrestling ring, McMichael brought his grit and intensity to WCW, joining the Four Horsemen alongside Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and Dean Malenko. Flair recently expressed his grief over McMichael's passing, writing, "The world just lost the incredible Steve Mongo McMichael. He was my best friend through it all. You fought one hell of a battle. Rest in peace, my friend." AEW will honor McMichael's legacy tonight on Collision with a special tribute segment featuring his wife Misty McMichael, Ric Flair, and Dean Malenko. The wrestling community is expected to come together to remember McMichael's unforgettable run as a member of one of the most iconic factions in wrestling history. Prior to his death, Sabu did an interview with Legion of Skanks, where he was asked about his final match in GCW against Joey Janela. The host said, "So Sabu, they have some highlights. It was your final match that you did a couple weeks ago." Sabu replied, "It was my last match, not my final match." Asked if he would have another match, Sabu said, "Probably." Ex-ECW star Francine claimed that Sabu told her this, "They, GCW, said I'm retiring. I never said I'm retiring. I'm not retiring." Francine had asked Sabu, "Oh, are you going to pull a Terry Funk on us?" Sabu replied, "I don't know if they're trying to do ticket sales or what, but I'm not retiring. I'm going to keep wrestling." Francine then said this regarding Sabu's condition after the match in GCW. "He looked tired. But he was there, and he was taking pictures and signing autographs. I just said, 'Are you okay?' And he goes, 'I'm okay, I'm okay.' But he didn't look okay to me." With WWE advertising Cody Rhodes to appear on the most recent SmackDown in Greensboro, North Carolina, fans are unhappy that the American Nightmare did not appear on the program, with them writing on X, "Why have Cody Rhodes advertised for tonight's SmackDown when it was never the plan for him to return yet? They really false advertised Cody Rhodes. Y'all can't be serious." Yeah, they false advertised Cody. WWE has falsely advertised Cody again. Tired of the WWE falsely advertising Cody Rhodes. WWE advertising Cody Rhodes for the Greensboro show and then having zero top stars not there is a good way of telling me to stay clear of never attending any WWE show that comes here. Even the Raw in Charlotte that I attended a few months back wasn't worth it. Why do they keep false advertising Cody Rhodes? Cody Rhodes was scheduled for SmackDown tonight, but it ended up being a no-show. Why? WWE really tricked us. They falsely advertised Cody Rhodes for SmackDown. On X, the account for the Queen of the Ring biopic has been taking shots at WWE, claiming the company has been trying to block their ads. A user then said, "BS. I've seen Queen of the Ring ads during commercial breaks on WWE programming." The Queen of the Ring account then said, "We said they tried to. They obviously didn't succeed because we got the ads to run. We will reveal the full story soon, and then all will be understood." Criticizing the WWE creative team and Triple H, former WWE writer Vince Russo said this on the Wrestling Outlaws. "I saw a still photo in the writer's room. You've got a bunch of guys sitting in a boardroom with suits and ties. That's a creative meeting? That is what it looks like? And then we wonder why there's no creativity in this? You can't be creative like that. How do you work like that? And Triple H is sitting at the head of the table, and you know that they're all in their best behavior. We've got to make sure we pitch him something he likes. How do you work like that, man?" During the NWA Crockett Cup on May 17th, WWE star NATALYA took part in a match and after the bout went over to a fan and slapped them. Here's the clip. It was added that Ringside News has confirmed that the entire confrontation was part of the show. One of their readers sent in a photo of NATALYA posing with the fan she attacked after the event, revealing that the man was part of the storyline. With Nikki Bella recently going through a divorce, a user on X said this: "Crazy that custody is with the father. Courts almost always lean towards the mother unless there is some really serious issues, i.e. abuse." Nikki replied, "I hope you all read this because you all don't understand the law. Child support is about income per year, so whoever makes more and depending on how much they make a year, they pay monthly. We have 50-50 custody, California state law, and the $200K is because he didn't sign a prenup. So that's alimony. Has nothing to do with anything else except divorce. You'll need to educate yourself and stop assuming off of clickbait headlines." Responding to a fan claiming Cena is R-Truth's childhood hero, John Cena said this at the Philadelphia Fan Expo.
Hey John, I'm Matt. First off, I gotta say, why you gotta do truth like that at Backlash? You're his childhood hero, man. Him and Lil Jimmy.
So, all right, we're gonna take. You got a two-parter. I'm gonna answer the first part. How in the space-time continuum can I be R-Truth's childhood hero when he's 150 years old?
You are.
It doesn't make any sense.
It appears that AEW star Darby Allin has reached the summit of Mount Everest with a blog post on May 18th reading 8:50 a.m. local time summit. Good weather was in our favor, but many teams took advantage of the short window as well, which slowed our progress more than expected. The team will savor their moment on top and then start the return back to Camp 4. Explaining why an unfinished divorce is delaying an investigation into Sabu's cause of death, Rob Van Dam noted on his one-of-a-kind podcast, "They never got the official divorce. Yeah. So we need her signature for several things, and I don't want to get too personal on what the holdup is, but it's everything, and part of that is the cause of death, and I have gotten to reach her through a mutual friend, and she doesn't want nothing to do with this, but trying to get her to understand that in the meantime, without her signature, everything is held up." Revealing how she will be changing the way she interacts with fans following an unfortunate situation, SARAYA said this in a video on X.
What's up, you guys? Bear with me because I am driving home right now from my signing that I just did. And obviously I tweeted out, you know, that a fan tried to kiss me during my signing, actually during my photo ops to be exact. And I just want to obviously put it out there first that I'm okay. I've been getting a lot of texts, tweets, calls, like everything imaginable to make sure I'm good. I promise you I'm good. I'm good. Like, I managed to get away and, you know, and he ended up leaving, so it's good. But I just want to put a PSA out there. I am a hugger. I've always been a hugger when it comes to my fans, but going forward, I would love if we just stick to handshakes, just to be safer and you know, just to have a little bit of a boundary, you know? But yeah, just, we shouldn't have to worry about that kind of stuff. So going forward, yeah, I just want to stick to that. And I just want to say thank you all for coming out, though. I really appreciate you. There was a bunch of you, and you were all amazing. And it was just one bad day, you know, and it is what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to put it out there. Please don't do that to us, you guys. Like, please, to any wrestler, not just females, any wrestler, do not try and kiss us. It's not appropriate. It's actually assault, so please don't do that. We want to come out, we want to meet you, we want to say hi, you know, love getting to meet you guys. So yeah, just going forward, if we could just stick to handshakes. I'm sorry, everybody. I just felt like a little uneasy afterwards, you know, and yeah, I just want to say thank you, first and foremost, for, make sure I'm okay and everything is fine, and everyone that turned out, like, you guys are awesome, and I can't wait to see you at the next signing. Just please don't kiss me.
In some unfortunate news, a pro wrestler has passed away, with APW writing on Facebook, "All pro wrestling is saddened to learn about the passing of APW original Mike RAYBECK, professionally known as Max Justice, and Mike Diamond. A 5-time APW Universal Champion, Mike was a graduate of the All Pro Wrestling Boot Camp. At 6'5" and north of 250 pounds, he was a standout on the California independent scene. Adopting the moniker Max Justice, he formed the original incarnation of the Border Patrol tag team with fellow APW alumni Michael Modest. Justice would go on to wrestle internationally in both Mexico and Japan, as well as receiving tryouts in WWF and WCW, not to mention having one of the most memorable moments in the Beyond the Mat documentary. Mike would go on to work for the city of Hayward as a maintenance mechanic. His life was cut short following a bicycle accident where he was struck by a vehicle near Chabot College last Friday. Our most sincere condolences go out to the family, friends, and fans of Max Justice. Rest in power. Thank you for your contributions and for helping pave the way. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.